And we now have the other semifinal match in the winner's bracket and open doubles for you. There you see Don Pfleiderer, the forward out of Inver Grove Heights, Minnesota. His partner out of Plymouth, Minnesota, that's Phil Gootee. On the right, Tony Spredeman, the former world champion out of Cudahy, Wisconsin. His partner out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, that's Brandon Moreland. It is 1-0 in favor of Spredeman and Moreland here in game number one. Jim Stevens and Brad Anderson with you once again here on table number one at the 2007 Minnesota State Championships.
And on this match, we have a matchup of youth and talent against age and treachery.
Age and treachery, yes. And three very good Minnesota players. Don Pfleiderer, certainly a top three finisher at the Tornado World Championships in his past. Philip Gootee, also a very, very good goalie. And Brandon Moreland, a transplant from the Dallas-Fort Worth area, now living in Minneapolis and has been for several years on the right. And, of course, the great Tony Spredeman playing the forward position on the right side of your screen. Here's Pfleiderer now with a chance to even it at 1 here in game one.
And the team on the left there, Don Pfleiderer and Phil Gootee, we have employer and employee. Phil Gootee now works for Don Pfleiderer in his business.
It's a restaurant cleaning business.
Yes, and I think he just maybe did it just for the shirts. I'm not sure.
Let's get a look at those shirts. There you see them. Very nice.
Very nice.
Gootee with possession of the ball. Goot to his friends, of which he has many. Moreland just looking to feed his partner Spredeman. When you got an offensive force like Tony Spredeman, you want to have the ball in his hands as much as possible. Tony with a great 5, Tony with a great 3 as well, and certainly Brandon Moreland fully capable of scoring the ball from his 2-row. There's Gootee to keep it out of that goal. Goot now in possession of the ball, top of your screen in the goal area. Pass attempt by Goot, rebounded by Moreland.
The key to this match right now for Pfleiderer and Gootee is, of course, Don Pfleiderer's 3-rod. He's got a great 5, but he has been known to have problems on that 3, and when he struggles mightily.
Yes, he does, but when he's good, he can be very good.
Absolutely.
Pfleiderer able to stroke that one home. It's 1-1.
Okay. Tables will be for sale after the tournament. 1175.
I have yet to ask. I've been meaning to ask Goot about the arm. I'm not quite sure what that's about. It's our right arm all wrapped up.
It is firmly wrapped, isn't it? Here's Pfleiderer now, possession on the 3, an opportunity for Don to give his team the lead. Tried to stroke that long. Brandon Moreland got out there. Good shot by Don Pfleiderer, but a better block. And here's Brandon again, just looking to clear, looking to pass. Does so here right onto the 3-row of his partner, Tony Spredeman. Tony setting it up in front pin position. Walks it around, try to come to that near side, up into the air and off the table. So Philip Gootee has earned the right to put the ball back into play.
And of course, Spredeman and Moreland will be playing the World Championships in about a month together, so this will be a good warm-up for them.
Gootee with a shot attempt comes back to him. Here's Philip once again. Always odd calling him Phil. It just, yeah.
It's Goot.
You know Goot.
Yeah.
It's always Goot. So, and there's Brandon Moreland able to stroke one home. It's 2-1. So we're going to go with Goot for the rest of the match.
Yeah, it works. He's really one of the best guys around here. He never will refuse to help people on their game.
And quickly, Spredeman able to fire that one home again. It's now 3-1, and you don't want Tony Spredeman catching fire. Yeah, Goot, a great ambassador of the sport, no question about it. And Moreland again. So when Brandon Moreland's shooting well, combined now with the offensive prowess of the great Tony Spredeman, you have got quite an offensive juggernaut. And they're hoping that translates potentially into not only a win here this weekend, which is very conceivable, very possible, but also in Dallas here in 3 or 4 weeks. And Tony Spredeman closes out game number 1, rattling one home. It's 1-0. So Tony Spredeman and Brandon Moreland come out in game number 1 and impressively defeat Pfleiderer and Gootee as we get game number 2 underway. And here's Pfleiderer putting the ball into play on his 5-row. And stolen away by Spredeman. Tony quickly along that outside wall. He'll now set it up and fire that one wide of the goal.
Yeah, it certainly looks like Moreland and Spredeman are trying to get this thing over with quick. They've been waiting around for this match. We had a little bit of a delay, so maybe they have things to do. I don't know. They're young and they're impetuous.
Nice pass by Goot right onto the 3-row of his partner, Don Pfleiderer. Pfleiderer will bring it across and set it up once again in pull shot position. Pfleiderer taking his time. Tried to stroke that long off the corner. Perhaps Moreland got a piece of it. The ball bounces back to Brandon. Quick pass attempt blocked by the 3-rod of Don Pfleiderer. Moreland shot at him, rattles down the table where it's grabbed by Gootee. And taken away by Tony Spredeman. Tony setting it up in push shot position. Shot attempt taken back by Gootee. Goote's not going to let Tony score that push shot, I don't believe. But Tony likes to be creative. As Gootee puts the ball back into play, quickly clears the zone where it's picked up by Pfleiderer.
Well, very, very important possession right now for Don Pfleiderer. He's got to establish some sort of rhythm here and some sort of threat.
I want to take a look at that inside, but he continues to go to the long hole unsuccessfully here, although he's executing the ball pretty well. Moreland clearing the zone, grabbed by his partner Tony Spredeman.
Brandon Moreland's got very quick hands, so he's not going to allow Don Pfleiderer to beat him to that long hole.
Spredeman into the tic-tac, tried to go through the lane, knocked down and saved nicely by Gootee. Pass attempt by Gootee. Pfleiderer can't hold on to it. Still no score here in game 2. It's 1-0 in favor of Tony Spredeman and Brandon Moreland. Spredeman again. Tony walks it around, then fires it home to that far side. It's 1-0. It's going to be awfully difficult to stop Tony Spredeman here this weekend.
Yeah, we were discussing a little bit earlier. And there is a very, very good chance that he could triple this weekend. He's sitting very high in mixed. Open singles, sitting in the winner's bracket. Sitting top of the winner's bracket, I believe.
He's in the finals.
Right.
And a chance to get to 3rd place or better here in open doubles as well.
And frankly, he's dying to get up here in the booth with us.
He is, yeah. Which means we're not going to let him.
No. Not for free.
Spredeman shot attempt. Gootee blocks it, then shakes his head no. Winner of this match would face Dave Gummison and Greg G. Perry in the winner's bracket final. Shot down the middle on goal by Gootee. Rebounded by Moreland. Spredeman bounce pass. Nicely performed. Tony fires it home to the near side. It's 2-0. It's all Spredeman and Moreland right now. Brandon Moreland just has to be tickled pink that he's playing with the great Spredeman, of course, here, but also in the World Championships, the Tornado Worlds here in a few weeks. Got to be very excited about it. You would think he will be very well prepared, you would hope.
Yeah, we saw these two guys first time to actually play together was at Super Doubles in 2002 in the Pro Doubles event, and they looked like they had a very good chance to win until they got derailed by a couple of ladies. I'd like to rub that in, too. We'd like to remind Brandon of that.
That's a different couple of players, though, than they're
absolutely.
now, certainly. And the pass attempt, tough break there for Gootee. That one bounced into the goal. You can see his disappointment. And Spredeman and Moreland now up 3-1 here in game 2.
So the age and treachery so far has been unable to penetrate the shield of youth and talent.
Right. And a treacherous long pull shot there from Pfleiderer.
There wasn't anything treacherous about that. He just ripped
that one home.
Yeah, he just ripped it long.
3-2.